but that didn't work out. But anyway, here we are with lots of pins. This is a leg. This is this pattern I designed last night and cut out all the pieces myself. Well, of course I did. So this is the head and body. This is going to be an absolute strategic process. It's quite something because it's not only a pattern that I designed homemade from scratch as all my others, but it's also going to be a doll that is made like they did back in the 1600s, similar to 16, 17, 1800s. They make cloth dolls, and they would put this material called gesso, which is a mixture of glue and powdered porcelain combined as one, and that's what they did. But this doll I'm working on right now is not going to have it, but the other doll is going to have this hair. We have lots of it. Where Raphael lives, I'm working on his dolls. So where he lives, he was able to get this hair. He bought the last 2 packs. It is very popular. It is the most beautiful platinum blonde I have ever seen. Now, I'm not going to go platinum like this, God no. But I love this hair color on my dolls, or dolls that I do, so I love doing it. For me, I'm pretty content with the shade of blonde that I have. But anyway, it's getting off of detail, but this is going to be hair. It's on West, so it's going to look amazing. Let me see. I don't know. I think this would look good. Oh yeah, I could pull this color off. But this is not what I want for me. It's not for me. So I'm gonna play with this. So this is gonna be the hair for the doll that I have over there in the floor, which I'm still doing work on her. So without further ado, I got my sewing machine, it's ready to go. We already have the arms done. These have already been sewn, turned right side out, been flipped. Here's one of the feet. See how it's made where it can be flat. I'm gonna show you the video. So I have it sewn and made where it can be flat and sealed off here. But I'm gonna end up putting some tape right across the taping right about up here. Because it's gonna like sort of boot. I'm gonna put gesso on it and make it like a boot. Now, if you're a part of my membership program, you will be able to comment. But during this time while I'm live, I have the settings put on where it's membership only and moderators are the only people who can comment. So if you're part of my membership program, you are able to do that. No, it's not expensive. I'm not like that. It's like $1 or $2, something like that. So it's affordable, it's inexpensive. Wait, but I need to find the little thing with my straight pins because I have a pile over here and I have a wooden stick. So if you're a naughty little person, I'm going to whip your booty. Not really, I'm just kidding. Okay, where are my straight pins? Straight pins, up right here. Alright, everyone. So I need to put some of these up because with my luck, I will stick myself. That'll work, just trust me. Okay, so the sewing machine's on. I'm getting ready to sew it. And I'm also going to film myself while I stuff the doll, the body, which means I'm gonna have to leave an outlet, a hole up along the side, so I can stuff this. Because this type of doll, I stuff her pretty tight, the head with the torso. That's very well packed, tight with stuffing. Because I'm going to be having tape going across this area. To be more specific, it'll be tape coming across this here area once it's stuffed. And then from there up, it's going to be layers of gesso to harden it. And it'll end up making this fabric look like a leather feel. It'll give it a leather feel. If you don't mind me, I don't get it. It's supposed to not grip, but it's definitely sliding. Sorry, I'm trying to keep my hair pulled back, but because of, I cut my own hair and I cut in layers, so because of that, it's falling down in layers. There, hopefully it'll stay. Did I learn anything? Not yet. I'm just kidding. Alright, So I'm gonna tip my table. Okay. And I'm gonna turn this way. Alright, so as you know, y'all have heard me say Raphael's name a lot over the past several years. And because Raphael has probably a lot of dolls, he has a lot of dolls, not like me. He has a collection. He has a beautiful collection of dolls, and it's a lovely home. And I asked him to send me his card and stuff like that because he makes home baked goods. Licensed, yes, he has a license to do so. Just letting you know that. So, whenever he does decide to, if he does decide to send me some cookies or something, I can show you what his cookies look like. And he pays, I think it's like $150 a year to maintain his license. Yep. Makes cakes, cookies. I recommend cookies because they can be shipped through the mail without any problems, without spoiling. Oh. I just thought about, okay, now how, because of the arms. One thing about design, I'm thinking, should I stuff that or should I sew them on the outside? I'm trying to decide how to do it. Okay, so I'm going to pause on this. Darn it, I didn't leave any stuffing out. I need a stand for this thing. There's my cat cage. I don't get it. I've been doing this so long. I should be throwing here like that. Okay. I'm having to use this huge 5-pound box of this cotton. I've already used a big chunk of a quarter on the other doll. Y'all wouldn't believe how much stuffing it goes into making a doll. I don't make, but my dolls aren't just simple dolls either. Come on, you stand still. Let me think. Did I bring the other one? I don't think I did. What? You got to close up in natural lighting. Alright, y'all. Let me pull this out. So, I would like to know how everyone's day is going. So, for those of you that are in my membership program, you would be able to communicate and have that connection. I had to do this because I didn't talk about it, but I started getting those type of messages again. Yeah, they're trying to start again, but guess what? They had no followers, no videos. There was all zeros, which means they are a zero, which means they don't exist. Santa Claus exists more, and he's here on TikTok, and he looks incredible. I am like pulling and pulling lots of this heavenly stuff. Looks like cotton candy, but without the flavor. No, you can't put it in your mouth. Come on out. I'm holding this because I'm using the box to hold up everything. Yes, these are my real eyelashes. I heard someone saying that to themselves. Literally. No, I don't have any fake hair on today. I don't have any fake lashes. Would you know what ate my hair color? It came from a box and then a liquid. Alright. I hope I poured out extra, so now I can sit you back over there. There you go. Hope you're nice and comfy. Alright, so I'm going to hit pause on this hair part. I'm going to set my sewing machine back a little bit. Let's go ahead and set this leg to give you an idea of how that's going to look. Today is Friday. Hope all of you are doing well. I don't get it. I don't go to sleep till like 3:30 in the morning. I sit up watching on Insta Live TikTok. I was watching Brittany Snow. She does tarot readings, and wow, she amazes me every time. Now I've spoken. Me and her have had private conversations, things like that, and she has amazing personality. But when she's on, when she's doing what she does, it's like seeing a whole different person because she becomes totally in the zone with what she's doing. And, if you don't believe in tarot readings, that's fine. I don't judge people, regardless. Like I said, I don't judge for religion or any of those things. This is a very non-judgmental place. There's no judgments passed upon anyone. Well, I don't promote pedophiles and things like people that can be dangerous. Absolutely not. Don't support that at all. Okay, so all of that cotton made this one little piece, and I haven't even stuffed it underneath. That's how I sew. See that? I use a thick fabric. This is a very thick. It's like $13 a yard, and it's made for making dolls. But I like the deer suede. It's very tightly woven, and it's high quality. And as Raphael says, is it homemade? Why, yes, it is, honey. 100% homemade. When I took doll making classes, I wanted to provide comfort dolls. I wanted to make comfort dolls. I made several, and I donated them. I actually donated them. I used to take some homemade dolls, some old Cabbage Patch Kids. I don't know if y'all remember me doing that. I would go to rest homes and donate stuff to elderly. This was before the global pandemic. I have to say global pandemic because COVID on social media networks is considered as something like a trigger. So you have to be careful how you say things like that. Because it's caused a lot of panic and anxiety. Oh, damn it, no wonder I was... I forgot to take my other anxiety medication. Aside from the fact that I have not eaten yet, I just don't have an appetite. See, all that cotton, it only does this much because I'm packing it very tight because I'm going to be using gesso and I'm going to turn this into a boot. It's going to look like a boot. It's going to look like a boot. Do you understand? A boot. It's going to be a bloody boot. I'm just being sarcastic. I'm just kidding. I love my imported Korean coffee. It doesn't have as much caffeine. It doesn't have as much sugar. None of that. You can Google that. Google is my best friend. And it has less chemicals. Here in America, did y'all know a lot of food and things here in America do not pass code? That's why they can't let them go to Canada. Because they test them, and a lot of our food here in America has pesticides in it, a lot of harmful things in it that are harmful for us people. It's harmful for people to consume. So read the labels of your food. Sorry, it is a doll making video, but it's my show. I run it, and hey, you're gonna get more than what you're bargaining for. A lot of mouth. My daddy called me that when I was a little girl. He says, all right, Mal. I got it from his family. He just got mad because I told all his business. I did. I told my daddy business. I was not daddy's girl. I remember, as you know, my father and I have a very almost non-existent relationship, but it's not just me, it's also with my brother. My father is so homophobic, it's sickening. And he got mad at me because I didn't tell him my brother's business. My brother's personal business, like who he's in a relationship with, who he's married to, what have you. And my father, that was it. He won't have nothing else to do with me. It upsets me, that bothers me. I have a problem with that. But my brother tells me, he's like, who cares? Don't worry about it. He wasn't there for us most of our life anyhow. So don't worry about it. See how that light coming along? And my brother's right. I miss him so much. Oh my God. I swear, I wished we still lived together. When I had the house, my brother was there. And, you know, shoot, my brother, it didn't bother me. Oh, I loved his husband. I loved his friends. My brother always had freaking amazing people in his life. His friends were fun. Mine were just boring. I'm sorry, but most straight people are boring. That's not to be offensive, that's just a fact. Unless they're medicated. Or alcoholics. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to condone that. It just happens to be the truth. My friend Raina, she has a friend named Jackie. See, I'm telling people's business now. You know what my dad caught me out. But Jackie, she drinks a lot. And she's somewhat of a big girl. But she's one of those women who look better without makeup. She has such an amazing skin complexion, but I think it's because of her liver. Her liver's about dead. She killed it from alcohol. And she has her hair bleached blonde, like bleach blonde, where it doesn't look natural at all. And I was with all of them. We were in a, oh my God, we were in a pawn shop. And she had on this red lipstick. It was outlined all about her face. And we're in there. She's wearing this little short dress, and she bends over to look at something. And this chick shows her haha. This is so, you know, she's a woman of age. And she's telling the guy, and everyone was like, you know, doing faces. And I said something, and I do not remember what it was. But anyway, she told them that she was like, people always tell me I look like Madonna or Marilyn Monroe, a material girl. And I bust out laughing and said, girl, you need to stop right there. Marilyn's rolling over and what's left of her grave. Anyway, she doesn't like me anymore. That's just a long story short. I have apologized to her for that and told her I'm sorry. I wasn't medicated enough at the time. That's all you can do. I mean, hey, if you take medication, you say, oh, honey, I'm sorry. I wasn't medicated enough. I take medication. You have to excuse me. I'm not saying use that as an excuse. I'm just saying, you know, it can happen. This is going to look amazing. I mean, I can already feel and tell how things are going to turn out for you. All those death experiences I had, I do have connection with spirit world. I just don't make money. I don't do things to get attention from it or to make money from it, because that's not, you know, that's not my glitch, my cliche, or whatever you want to call that. I'd rather focus on what I do with dolls. Now, I'm going to leave this sort of empty, so when I can sew it inside the doll, she's going to put in room. I can loosen this up, so her arm can move around, up and down, and come out some when it comes to dressing and things like that. And you do that with the legs. Well, I do it with the legs. So, you see how much stuffing it takes just to do one little piece? Because I pack it. With a screwdriver. Okay. Alright, I need some of that there. We're gonna fill up the hand. Ooh, it's kind of makes you think of a little mini machine. Well, no, it's a hand machine. Like they have with Build-A-Bear and stuff. I don't know what kind of stuff they have with Build-A-Bear. No, I have enough stuffed animals. It's just that I get the urge to have something I just want to hug or hold on to, or, you know, I do so much to make, people happy and do everything I can to help people and to be a positive influence. I always have been like that. And the Alexis doll I did for the young lady, and she loves it so much, she's sending me another doll to be painted for her. So I will be doing another repaint, probably not. So that's going to be happening soon. So that's why I'm trying to finish up Raphael's dolls. I'll be working on two at the same time, that one and this one. I promised him this one to make up for the fact that he got me some of the doll hair that I showed earlier, that platinum blonde, because I have an German bisque antique doll, she's a big heifer, and I wanted that white platinum. She's got beautiful gray eyes. I love her face, and I wanted the hair to make a wig on her. Oh, small friends reacted to my video or story on Instagram. I love these young people, these teenagers. Oh my God, they're amazing. And they're so strong. I love how things are run today. These teenagers, they're not going to back down. They're not going to kiss your brother to nobody. It's not like what it used to be. They stand up for what they believe in. I love it. They're amazing. I hate the fact that some of us got off on the wrong foot. That bothers me. But I tried my best. I did everything I can to make up for it and to support them and to let them know that I support them. I'm glowing because I'm like, seriously, I'm breaking out the sweat from anxiety. I hate generalized anxiety disorder. You get anxiety for no reason. I took all of that cotton to stuff this arm. Isn't that pretty? It is. It's pretty. Nice shape. Okay. That's it. Okay, I have one more leg in this, so I'm gonna now I can sew. That reminds me, wait a minute. I wanna do this again. Yep. Okay. So I need a minute. I'm going to seal this, go back. Sorry, I haven't eaten. I'm not hungry yet. My mama tells me, she tells her friends I have an eating disorder. Oh, God. I take Wellbutrin. Bupropion. They don't call it Wellbutrin anymore. They call it bupropion, same thing. And it really just, it takes away your appetite. So you really don't have an appetite. But when you do get appetite, you really get appetite. Oh my God. How do you get coffee on here? Or stain? I don't get it. Did somebody else do that? Somebody else had to do this. Well, no, it's not on this side. I don't get it. I don't know what it is. Okay, let me think. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm leaving that open. So I'm going to leave the arm open, and I'm just going to sew up everything else, and then I would just go over that, turn inside out, and then sew the lips on. That's what I do. Sew it separately. Sew it separately. We have a Dunkin' Donuts at the street, and I usually get the first two iced coffees I got that were vanilla were delish, and then after that they were crap. But there was this kid going, "Mom, it's time to make the donuts. It's time to make the donuts. You gotta make the donuts." And I kept saying it over and over, and it's got stuck in my head. Where did he get that from? It sounded like a jingle. And then someone told me it was a jingle from the 80s or 90s or something, so I had to Google it. And then I looked at the YouTube commercial. Hilarious. I swear, there's some of y'all who grew up in the 80s and stuff are so luckily blessed. Y'all had the best times because stuff happening these days, it sucks. I think the 80s were a revolution. But then again, everything was. Now it's all about wars and my God, we're having to fight for freedom again in our own country. Like, who in the hell is doing this? Oh my God. Off with their head. Sorry, I get carried away sometimes. Which means, again, back in a moment. I didn't bring that up here with me. My hair is bothering me. I can't stand it on my neck. So I need to put that. Okay, that's better. Gosh, where are my memberships? Where are my members at? Okay. Now it's going to take about 40-45 minutes for this to work. All right, here we go. There's the body. Alright, so I have to look at every side to make sure it's completely sewn well, that there are no areas that are messed up or anything like that. Perfect. Better. Okay. Oh my gosh, just a beach. Making sure the arms and legs, everything's gonna be the right size because it looks bigger before you sew it. Once you sew the pieces together, they shrink. Kind of like men who don't take Viagra anymore. They shrink. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. It's just so much going on and so many women talking about my Bette Midler. It just kind of went all around the place and I just couldn't help myself. Look, I'm unfiltered. That's why I say this is my personal vlog. It's not for kids because you just don't know what's going to come out of my mouth. And this is too small. Let me see something. Oh God, no. That's not a, this is, so see what I mean? I messed up. This is too small, it needs to be bigger. It looked great once I had cut it out, everything matched until it, so pull this out. So, this has turned out, the body, I have to redo another one. That one is flopped. So, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and finish up the other leg, and then I will come back to that. I'll redesign a new one, and redo it bigger. I'm my biggest critic. I will criticize myself. Sometimes I'm a bit hard on myself, but hey, it is what it is. Okay, pull the pins out of this way. Where's my cat? Mish, 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 mish. I want to shout out to Amber to say that saw your message. I saw your comment. I was like literally knocked out. That's the only reason why I didn't respond. She's a late nighter as well, but I think I ended up going to sleep before she did. I'm thinking about the antique shop. They have a Teddy Ruxpin in the box, never opened, for like 100 something. Oh, I want it. I really want it. I want that thing. And it comes with something called tapes. It's got tapes. Somewhat. I remember when I was a kid. I don't well no, I was about 12. And God, I had a cassette. My mom bought I got a cassette tape on Madonna, and I stuck it in. Someone had a cricket doll that was from the 80s or something. Anyway, it still worked. And I was making it sing Madonna's True Blue songs from her cassette True Blue. It was funny because it was this kid doll with her blonde ponytails, and she's saying, "Papa, don't preach." I just imagine a kid going around saying, "Papa, don't preach to me about nothing." Okay. Please. That turned out. So see the end of the boot? It's gonna be a boot. That's why it's more flat segment. And you see all that cotton? Well, it's not cotton, it's polyfill. So, stuffing. It's made in USA, so you know it's synthetic. But hey, it's what everybody uses. All the little fiber things. I wonder what's it made of? I wonder if it's bleached to get this color white. I don't get, do they not have cotton fields anymore? Is anything not made of cotton anymore? I saw a cotton field going through Warren County, going to Roanoke Rapids when I took my mom to her sister's, right? and we saw a cotton field, and I was like, oh my god. So this was, it was early this year, and we did was last year one. I forgot which one it was. I don't remember, but I stopped off at all my old schools in Orlando and Fawn Elementary, and I took pictures in front of my childhood schools and stuff before we moved to Durham. And anyway, I broke a branch from the cotton field. I still have it because it had cotton in it, and I was so fascinated with it because I hadn't seen anything like that since. See, all that stuffing went into that flip because you know it was organic. I missed the Chevy sheet pine at Target. Now it's at Walmart and it's made of, it's not made of cotton. Nope. It's made of that synthetic fiber that I hate. Ugh. You'd be surprised how much skill it takes to do this. Because you don't want to push this. You can push this right through the fabric. Like, really, you can do that. You can go right through the fabric and pop a hole in there. Feels weird. Raphael's the only person who has me make dolls, and I mean, that child makes me work. I love to hear him giggle. He has me laughing so hard sometimes. He's such a sweetheart. What else? What is that microfiber? Ah, microfiber. Have you ever created that? Should get on it. I swear. Why are so many t-shirts black? I hate black t-shirts. Oh, a white butterfly just flew around the window. What kind of spirit is that? If it's someone I know, it could be Rona, flying around to get my attention. You know, I still get upset about her passing, but, you know, I had to, you know, go through those stages of the pain and then acceptance, and then I was like, okay, I'm over it. She's resting, her spirit's resting, she's fine. Now, don't let it happen to Mama. Oh God, I think I would have to get some serious help. I have to have a lot of really good people around me. I don't think I would be able to handle that. I don't think I could handle that. See her legs? Is it less? These legs are made for walking. God, who was that? Somebody was talking about a show called The Dukes of Hazzard. And I was like, they were like, oh, I like that show, and they were talking about somebody. I was like, oh, I saw that. Jessica Simpson was in it. That girl had to lose so much weight so fast. All them youngins. Okay, so I'm going to take a break. Look. Oh, Shelly, it was Shelly. Now you pop up when I'm about to go off. I was about to end the live. Lord have mercy. She just comes on here and goes, I did. She was talking about Dukes of Hazzard. And I told her about Jessica Simpson. I think I got that DVD. And I said Jessica Simpson. She says, no, not that one. I said, then what other one? She named the woman's name. And I was like, I don't know her. Oh my God, the one from the 70s. You know what? I think that still comes on TV. This channel called, my mom watches it. She watches these old shows. Oh God, I forgot the name of them. It's what they call a Western. I don't understand why they call it a Western. I think of the West, I think of California. When I think of California, I think of um, the cinema and the theater and singers and movie stars, things like that. Oh, did you? Oh, girl, you've been shopping on AmericanGirl.com. Yes, you did. You've been shopping on American Girl. I need my anxiety medication to kick in. Yeah. Uh, God, something called Gunsmoke, and what was the other one? My mom watches these. Perry Mason. She says, I'm watching Perry Mason. I'll never forget this. Mom says, I'm watching Perry Mason. I said, who the hell is that? And she says, Perry Mason is this man that comes on TV. I said, is that his real name? What is it? Who is he? And she says it's the name of a show. It's an actor. I went on about, God, they couldn't come up with a better name than that. I mean, she watches stuff. She finds it so entertaining. And I'm just like, girl, I, um, I just couldn't. It was so damn boring. I just couldn't. And it was in black and white. I thought of all of them people that Madonna talked about in her song Vogue. Marlon Brando, Jimmy Dean. They didn't make a cover of any magazine I've seen. Um, God, it's another show. Oh my God. Now, my favorite. Oh hell, look at you, Shelley knows. She's talking about some Raymond Burke. Lord, there you go. Living, walking, breathing encyclopedia is right there. That's Shelley. She know all that stuff. Um, okay, when it comes to these shows like that, the one I like, the Golden Girls. Oh my God, I got addicted one night. It was when I think I was in the hospital. I was in intensive care for an entire month. And then I was so, my body hasn't been the same since then. Everything with my lungs, having all of those blood clots that were lodged into them. I still, sometimes it feels like I can't get air, but I've been to doctors and everything is clear. It's just where it done damage to my lungs. Look, Spirit, please, I don't feel like communicating at this time. And I love the Golden Girls. Oh God, yes. I love sassy older women. I mean, seriously, the first thing I thought was, when I become a little old lady, I swear to God, I want to walk through the stores. I want to fart and everything and look at people and say, why'd you do that? Can you imagine a little old lady in her mid-late 70s or something like that? Oh my God. Girl, I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to hear what you got. Oh my God, you got coconut. Oh, I can't believe they're bringing it back. But I want to be like Sophia in the Golden Girls. You know, they would be like, what was that? And she'd say, oh, excuse me. And I remember Golden Girls session, them said, what is that smell? And Sophia goes, oh, sorry. I mean, can you imagine being a little lady and doing that in a Walmart at the checkout or in an aisle? I just look at a random person and say, was that you? God, y'all just don't know. When you get older, there's so many things you get to look forward to, you know? I mean, really. Um, I adored all of them. Oh God, and then they kept telling, uh, okay, there was Sophia. She was the mother, the elderly lady. There was Blanche. They called her the slut. Um, of course, there was Betty White, but Betty White was, oh God, from St. Ola. What was her name on that show? Oh my God, Rose. And then there was B. Arthur, who was, that's weird. half of them I know them by their real name, the other half I don't know them by their name on the show. Who was she? Her mom was always going, you got them broad shoulders. Oh, Blanche was always telling her things like that. Oh, Dorothy, that's it. Dorothy, of course. Why not? Anyway, I'm ragging on about this. I need to just stop. I'm gonna bring this to a close. I have to redesign the doll's head and body. And I want to get that sewn and I want to get it stuffed today because I have so many layers of guest stuff I have to apply to that tape, all this stuff. And I want to take advantage of the sun while it's outside so it can dry. Because I have to let it dry between coats. So anyway, I will see y'all later. Bye. Join the membership program. Come on.